Hello and welcome back to Python, and today we are gonna try to create a guessing game or guessing quiz with Python using PyCharm as an IDE. And in this guessing games we have famous quotes from really different sources, and the player has to choose which quote comes from which person. Like a system we are creating, like in Who Wants to Be a Billionaire? Yeah, and it will be a kind of showcase and kind of Let's Code. Maybe I will call it Let's Code. And yeah, more orientated on beginners, because what I'm showing won't be any challenge for advanced programmers. So keep that in mind, and yeah, let's start. I created a new project with PyCharm and I got the quote txt. I will link it in the description below. It's just a txt file you can find on GitHub. Just by googling it you will maybe find it, but yeah, the link is in the description. And let's start. So what do we need first? First, I want to extract all the authors and person which are the quotes from, and for that we are using filter. So filter, we want to print a list of all the persons who gave us the quotes, and yeah, we first we are using the filter function, and yeah, the filter function just returns an object we have to convert to a list. So filter needs a function. So based on the function it will first filter an existing list, and the function will simply be lambda a 0 to 2 equals this string. Because when we are looking at our txt file, we are seeing the two dashes, and when a line contains two dashes, we see it contains the author of the quote or the person who spoke the quote. Now of course we also need a list, because there has to be something we are filtering through, and yeah, the list is quotes, read lines, and yeah, this won't work unless we are using indentation, and in this case with open quotes txt as quotes colon, and we want to just read it. Now let's press tab and let us have a look at the list, which doesn't work. That's because we need to decode it first. Let me guess. Yeah, encoding, and let's try UTF-8. Now it's working. Perfect. Now we have our list, and yeah, we just extracted that list because we want to create a global variable. Maybe there are more efficient ways of getting this, but yeah, we want that's what I imagined, how we get the authors or person who are quoted. So what we are gonna do next, we create a Python file which is called global variables, and we create a variable authors equals our list, and I am very confused why I can't get back to, now I can get back to the beginning. And the cool thing about Python is we can simply convert the list to a more readable set just by clicking yes. Just by clicking on the light, on the yellow light. Now, what is important, we got a dictionary by that, and now we are having a list. Next, we want to extract the quotes, but now the quotes and the author, and every entry of our next list will be the quote plus the author, and then we have the next element, which is also a quote and an author. So for that we have more than one line. So we are gonna have a list. And yeah, there may be more simple ways to do it. It's just what comes in mind when I'm thinking how to solve this. Is for lines in quotes point read lines. Now we have our list, of course. We have to declare an empty list, and so what we want to do, we want a list, which is also an empty list. And yeah, we want to append our line to the to our list. I hope I'm not too quiet in this tutorial because my girlfriend is already sleeping. I have to be a little bit more quiet. Hope I can fix that when I'm post-editing the video. But now back to our main subject, and that's the list. And if line 0 to 2 equals again our identifier, so that dash is like an identifier that we have a line which contains a person who is quoted. We do list point append list, and then we need to empty our list. And at last we will print list. So we kind of messed it up. Let me have a look. Print E. Not print E, print line. Okay, he does iterate through our txt file. Yes, but of course I won't append the list to our list, but to our list. And I want to print the list and not the list. So here we go. Let's have a look. This looks kind of solid to me. Like we did it. So yeah, here does the quote start, and it ends with our author. Now what we are gonna do next before saving the list, I guess we want to do nothing. We just, yeah, save this list. So let's select our list which is printed, and back to our global variables. We have our new variable which is quotes, and again, if we click on the light, and no, not that one, but if we just let me think, how can we do that? Ah, here. If we convert it to a set, we don't want to convert it to a set, but I guess he only changed, yeah, the first lines. Okay, that's not what I'm what's supposed to be. Okay, now I got it. So first of all, we have to select our line and adjust code style settings. And yes, now he's also altering our list into a more readable line. So, oops. Yeah. Of course, it's a large mess. Nah, mess, I wouldn't call it a mess, but it's really large and bad to view, but at least it's more likely to get an overview as if we just have one line of a variable which is and seems to be endless. Now we can start with the real coding because we just saved our variables to create some global variables. But the next part is pretty simple. Let's do it with a while true loop. So while true. So of course we want to choose a quote by random. So we are first import random. Now our quote equals global variables point quotes point, and yes, of course we want a random choice of it, so we are using the function of random choice. So the import global variables was done by default because, yeah, if you don't use an IDE or if you are not using PyCharm, I don't know if other IDEs also do this automatically, but then you have to import global variables by yourself, but just typing global variables, or if you are using packages, you have to first type in the package and then a point and then global variables. So next we want to create another variable which are the answers the player can give. Just typing in answers equals, and I forgot nothing. No, forget it. It's alright. A for A in Or let's type in offer in global variables point offer, which is bullshit, I'm sorry. Offer, we have of course random point choice, and that is global variables point offers for e in range 4. No, I'm sorry, 3. Next, what we're gonna do is append our right answer, which is simply, I never did this before, but I think it should work. Oh no, we are returning the function, but we want to, yeah, plus. And now we are using plus, and quote -1. Input equals, this is just a placeholder, so we won't get in an endless loop. And yes, print answers, just to see if we are doing it as intended, and no, we are doing it not. Oh, I guess we did it even right. I just forgot to yeah, use the input function correctly. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 offers. One should be the right one. Now let's print our quote. Without our last line, of course. And yeah, now let's transform this into more beautiful output using our join function. Okay. Now let's try something out. I will wanna try something, because we have answers, which is already a list. So I will create another list. No, I don't want to comment something, but I want to create another list. So for answer in answers, for e answer in enumerate answers, and now I want to have a string. A value which is e.1, and yeah, because we want to have one string, we will type in join. Now let's see what will happen. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see. So of course we want to shuffle our answers. Point shuffle answers, and yeah, shuffle makes it that the right answer won't be just the last entry. For example, in this case, it would be vh.wolf. So next, we want to ask the user to write the number of the right answer. Please type in the number of the answer of the right author of the quote. Now again an if condition, because if input equals quote -1, we can't use answers -1 because we already shuffled our list. Then the colon, and yes, the brackets are useless. In the colon we wanna write if the player is white. Let's just add another variable. And of course input is a number, so if integer of input, and that's inside, that's an index of course, of -1, you have to decrease 1 because we increased 1 when we are printing it, so we have to decrease it. So if answers input -1 equals quote -1, print perfect, stop and return. So 1. So we got a mistake, which is what I messed up, I corrected it already, is of course I can't name the variable input, I have to name it input1, and yes, then we don't even need the string, and brackets aren't also needed. So again, now if we type in 3, that was probably, oh, that was white. Yeah. So now the program just works as it is supposed to work, but let's do some fixing and let's do it more. Yeah, let's make it more like a real quiz or a real guessing game. So I will just skip to this part when I'm done. So what I did now, I added some cases if we lost, so he will give us the right answer, says oh no, you messed up. And I imported the time package, and time point sleep 3 seconds means there will be some time if no matter if we did answer right or not, but to have a little break for making us ready for the next quote. So here we just type in 1 for Colin Powell, which is wrong, it was Frank Lloyd. Now we will try it with Mark Twain, which is wrong, it was Admiral Dr. Grace. Now we try it with Gray Kildall, and we are right, Gray Kildall. When you've got the code all ripped apart, it's like a car that's all disassembled, you've got all the parts trying all over your garage, and you have to replace the broken part or the card will never run. It's not fun until the code gets back to the baseline again. Now there are many variants and many ways how we now can make different game states. For example, here we can have wins losses and can just decrease we can increase wins or losses whether we are right or not. What we can also do is we can say hearts equals 3 if heart equals 0, break, and print thanks for playing. Your total score is wins, and F. Of course we need the variable wins. Wins will increase, and yeah, hearts will decrease if we are doing it wrong. So now what we want to add last for that kind of game state is we want to print the number of hearts. We are join, but now we can make it even easier. Multiply it with our hearts. So let's try our game. Let me think. Let's now make it. We have 3 hearts left, and yes, let's try the 3. I have 2 hearts left. If Java had 2 garbage collection, most programs would delete themselves upon execution. I am very certain it won't be the Greek philosopher. Maybe let's try 4. 4 can be Chuck Norris. And I messed up, and my total score is 0. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I wouldn't have known this. Let's try 4. Perfect. Now we got at least 1 point. So we got another point. We got another point. I'm just hitting the lucky numbers today. So let's just see that we die. Oh, we accidentally did it right again. Okay. Now our score is 5. Thanks for playing. And I would say thanks for watching, because I am done. You can add certain things. You can add a graphical user interface. You can add different things to make it more visual. But all I wanted to showcase is a very easy, idea I had, a very simple idea I just had, and yeah, I hope, and now I'm messing it up, I hope you had kind of fun, kind of enjoyment by watching this. Have a nice evening, day, dinner time, whatever time it is. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. See you, bye bye, hopefully in the next video.